All right, welcome to the Draftaholics, where we draft any and everything. On tonight's episode, we're going to be doing all-time comedic actors and actresses. I'm Doug, here as always with Mike, Andy, Tommy. Fellas, hope you all doing well. Hope you all feeling funny. Mike, I know you have something to say about this episode, so why don't you tell us?
Well, first of all, I just want to mention if we hear crickets during this episode, it's not because the joke wasn't funny. It's because Doug is actually outside right
Probably
now.
both.
So
Probably
the
both.
crickets are real.
Yeah, yeah.
Doug
You might
went,
hear him
Doug
after
went
that joke.
outside to get better Wi-Fi.
I had to go outside to get
That's
better
what we
Wi-Fi,
did.
and it worked. So, in the wilderness, hopefully the mosquitoes don't get too bad, and let's get this thing done. Let's do it.
All 32 picks will be put on Instagram for the voters into a bracket for the voters to determine one winner each round. We'll see who moves on to the next round until there's one left. So
All right.
follow us on the Draftaholics on Instagram if you want to partake in the voting and keep up with the bracket to see who wins.
Good stuff. Okay, so prior to the draft, we did the order. It's going to be Doug, Tom, Andy, Mike, Snake as always, and let's get things rolling here. And I'm going to go with my childhood favorite, going with Jim Carrey here. It's not a surprise. You guys know I love him. I mean, I'm not going to list all the movies. There's countless movies. But I would like to know what is your guys' favorite Jim Carrey movie, because there is so friggin' many of them. He's relevant again now too.
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
All of you guys, Tommy.
Dumb and Dumber.
No, this is a hot pick. I don't think Dumb and Dumber is that funny because I didn't see it till I was older,
Oh,
and I'm
wow.
like, this is what everybody's saying is the greatest, most hilarious movie. Now, does it have some great lines? Absolutely, absolutely. But I just don't put it on that pedestal that everybody else does. But I respect your opinion. To me, the movie that I fell in love with, Jim Carrey. They say when I was 13 years old, 12, 13 years old, I walked into an Ace Ventura Pet Detective movie and I came out a whole different person. My personality changed. So
Yeah,
to me, it was Ace Ventura.
he did that to all of us as a kid for sure. And and you were talking about the bracket. That's the picture I want on my bracket is Jim Carrey Ace Ventura. I think it's the most ridiculous picture, and I think it's a good one to have there.
Yeah,
So.
guys, let me know as you pick what movie you want on your bracket, so I'll fill it in here. So that way I don't if you're a big Dumb and Dumber guy and I put up Ace Ventura, you'll use that as an excuse to why you lose. So let's avoid that. Just let me know which movie you want pictured.
Does it have to be a movie?
No. Whatever you want pictured.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever you want. Whatever picture of that man that you want up there, we'll put up there for you. But yeah, woman. I will say just my 3-year-old loves Jim Carrey now because of Sonic. And because he plays Eggman in the new Sonic movies, and he does the lines verbatim. And he's still, Jim Carrey's still making kids laugh. So I just love that.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey 1-1. Tom, you're up. Go ahead. Oh, go ahead, Mike.
No, you got it. Go ahead, Tom.
Not to correct you, my friend, but he plays Dr. Robotnik. Okay, not Eggman. Let's call the man his title. Okay, he's a doctor, for God's sake.
Is it Sonic that calls him Eggman? That's his nickname for him.
I don't know, actually.
No. Anyway,
I don't know. Yeah. Great pick. First one, I think a lot of us know that's going to go very far because he is our generation's pretty much one of the most influential comedians. But the guy I'm going to go with next is pretty darn close at being this generation, and I'm talking about our generation. And to me, may he rest in peace, Mr. Robin Williams. I got to go with Robin Williams. He is one of the funniest, most realist individuals as a comedian. And once again, there's a million things that we find funny with him, but I didn't really fall in love with his humor until I watched Patch Adams. I loved his characters. I loved him as the genie, but it really wasn't until Patch Adams that I really started to enjoy him as much as I did. So I'm going to go with Robin Williams, my first pick. I would like to hear you guys' opinions on that one because I think he should be a fight for number 1-1.
Great pick. Go, Mike.
Real quick, Tom, you say Patch Adams is when you fell in love with him. Is that what you want pictured, or do you want one of his more famous movies pictured?
I mean, if you just put Robin Williams, I don't think that it's gonna matter what movie.
Okay.
Because
Kind of agree
everybody
with that.
loves this guy.
Yeah, he's very
Sure.
likable.
So I'm just gonna put Patch Adams because that's a great movie that makes me happy.
Okay.
There you go.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah, you
All
made
right.
my decision easier right there because he was definitely on the turn. He was going to be one of my two. I have 4 that I was debating, so now only 3 left.
Mike's excited right now because I think the one he really wanted is going to slip to him because Andy's not
Probably.
Yes.
'Cause I
into
think we all
him.
know where I'm going.
Yeah.
Here.
Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, I'm taking Adam Sandler. I mean,
Of
we've
course.
talked movies
Yeah.
before. Man has probably had more influence on my sense of humor, short of like my father and Bill Burr. That's probably the big 3 of my life. Cover is tough because I fucking love Happy Gilmore, Big Daddy. I mean, huge list. I think I want Billy Madison. now.
Madison.
I just want,
Yeah.
if you could get him hugging the penguin, would be
Yeah.
great for me. But Adam Sandler, who's 1-1 on my big board. That's who I'm taking here.
Yeah, I think he might be the strongest pick, honestly. I'm more of a Jim Carrey guy, but I could see Adam Sandler winning this whole thing. Everybody loves him. Nobody doesn't like Adam Sandler. It was the same as Robin Williams. So strong
Yeah, I
picks
mean-
to start.
Me and Doug were talking. We were talking about Adam Sandler. We were saying that he might be the Mario of this draft just because he has our generation. He has the Happy Gilmore, the Billy Madison, the Big Daddy, da. But he also has some of the best rom-coms that you could imagine. So he has the female vote too, and he's just an all-around good dude. So any aspect that people are voting on Adam Sandler is going to get a ton of those votes.
Yeah,
All right.
probably the most likable guy on this list.
It's Mike.
All right, Mike, you have 2 picks,
Probably.
and you're excited about one of them.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go on the turn. I'm gonna go with the guy that Andy does not think is funny. I'll go Will Ferrell. To me, he has some of the funniest movies of all time in Anchorman and Step Brothers and Old School, Talladega Nights. You can go down the line there with Will Ferrell movies. He plays great cameos too. Just Saturday Night Live, Eastbound and Down. He has some great cameos. So anything he's in, I mean, I get he's kind of like a one-trick pony with his type of humor.
Yeah.
And people either love him or hate him. That's just who he is as a person. You either love Will Ferrell or you really don't like his movies.
Because he's
but
a
I
one-trick
think
pony,
as
though.
the 4th pick. Exactly. Yeah. So if you're not into that type of humor, then you're not a big Will Ferrell guy. But
Yeah.
as my pitcher, I'm going to go Anchorman. I'll put Ron Burgundy on the screen for everybody to vote on.
Like it. All right, where you going?
Uh,
Where you going next?
Round 2. Round 2, I have 2. I have the 2 guys that I wanted are left. I'm gonna go with the one that I think is gonna piss Andy off more, and that's the sole reason why I'm picking it over the other guy. But I'm going Eddie Murphy here
Wow.
as my 5th pick. I figured Andy would be an Eddie Murphy guy, but he's got tons of movies, and he's got the history from the 80s all the way till now. Nutty Professor, Coming to America. You could name them left and right. The one I have pictured, I might change this because I'm not really sure, but I'm going to go Beverly Hills Cop right now as my pitcher for Eddie Murphy.
I like it. Andy, were you going to go Eddie Murphy if he came to you?
No, I'm gonna get my 1 and my 2, but I do love Eddie Murphy. I would have gone Coming to America. I was putting one up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was in the running for me. I have it second on my list there.
All right, Andy, go ahead and get your 2 here.
All right. So I'm gonna go with a dude who the first time I saw him, I was a little kid, and I don't know. I think it was Robin Hood, Men in Tights, and he had maybe a couple lines I kept cracking up. Then I saw him in Half Baked, and then he has the greatest sitcom of our high school run. I'm going Dave Chappelle.
Wow.
Wow.
Give me Chappelle.
You're going Chew?
I'm going, dude. Yes, dude. There's not a moment of him on screen that doesn't make me laugh. He is just fucking hysterical every time I see him. I want a Chappelle show, the cover, the C. That's what I want for my picture of Dave Chappelle.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. His name in Robin Hood Men in Tights is that Chew. I love his character in that movie.
I forgot about that.
That's That's
Go.
early, man.
Yeah, it is.
Because I mean,
That's-
obviously,
that's
the Chappelle Show was
incredible.
huge, but I think it was only like 3 or 4 seasons, and then he doesn't have a huge list of movies after that. I mean, obviously, Half Baked is hilarious, Men in Tights, but he doesn't have the longevity of some of these other people here.
No,
He'll be
I
just
think of
fine.
him
He's gonna
more
be
as
just
a
fine.
stand-up, but he's gonna get his votes for sure. He was also in Con
Great
Air.
stand up.
Yeah, Con Air when he got killed by
Was he?
the wind turbine. Yeah, the wind turbine killed him.
Okay.
Yeah, it sucked him in.
That,
Oh yeah,
huh.
yeah. Go back watch. Dave Chappelle,
All
Con
right.
Air.
All right.
It was
His
when he
little
was
nugget.
scrawny little Dave Chappelle, you know?
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's when he was at his best.
Yeah, actually. Probably. All right, Tommy.
All right. You know, I hope that them starring in movies isn't the only criteria, because there are some stand-up comedians that I do have on my list that are in movies but aren't the best role. Like they're usually a in addition to role. You feel me? So
Yeah.
but I can't believe he got to me on the second round. I was thinking one of you guys would get him because he's possibly one of the most popular and hilarious comedians right now. He's everywhere. He may be small in stature, but this dude's presence is huge.
Oh,
That's Mr.
okay.
Kevin Hart.
Okay.
That dude is
Yeah.
absolutely hilarious. It doesn't matter what special you're watching, and he may. I mean, I think Andrew's kind of got that against him because he's almost a one-trick pony because it's the same character all the time. But he's just so good at what he's doing, you know.
Coming
Like,
at you.
I think I'm coming in hot. He's hilarious. Like Will Ferrell, he's a one-trick pony, but he's so good at it that it doesn't
Exactly.
matter how many times I see it. And same thing with Kevin Hart. I just think he's too funny. Too funny.
I think Kevin Hart's funny. He's hoard himself out too much. He's
Fatigue's a
everywhere.
real thing.
yeah.
Fatigue's a real thing. Doesn't take away from his accomplishments. You know?
No.
Right.
He was hilarious. His first few stand ups were great.
Oh yeah, there were.
But yeah, it's too much. It's too much.
Too much.
I will
He's
say
popular
him
for a reason.
him and The Rock together as a combo, a movie combo is absolute gold. That they are the perfect pairing for a movie. Love it.
Yeah, I mean he's also hoard himself out too much. So it's the both of them.
Yeah,
just-
chorus together.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I mean it'll get votes. It'll definitely get votes.
Oh yeah.
Like you said, he's in everything
Tom-
for a reason.
Tom,
What's
who
that,
do you
Mike?
want as your cover? What do you want?
I
What
actually
movie?
want Ride Along. Him with Ice
Okay.
Cube. That's
Got
a
it.
great one. If you haven't seen that one, you need to watch it because Ice Cube is also hilarious.
All right.
Got it.
Okay.
I'm going to go here with another one of my all-time favorites here. He's an older man. Going Bill Murray.
Yeah.
I fell in love with Bill Murray during Ghostbusters during that time. Love that. But he's also in so many things. SNL. I mean, he kills it everywhere. And I want Ghostbusters as the
What-
picture. Go ahead.
You want Ghostbusters, huh?
I do.
When I think Bill Murray, my favorite's I love Groundhog Day. I absolutely love Groundhog,
Groundhog
Day.
Day. It's great. Yeah, I love that movie as well. But
Caddyshack.
Caddyshack. Yep. I mean, he's a legend. The man is a legend. But yeah, Ghostbusters. Give me Ghostbusters. All right, and I'm
All right,
making the turn
got it.
here. Making the turn, and I'm gonna go. Let me go with Steve Carell. Let me take him off the board.
I knew you were going to go right there. That
Yeah.
was the other guy that I was going to pick, either him or Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, I mean, The Office is one of the best sitcoms of all time. 40-year-old virgin. He's done a lot of cameo stuff as well. The dude, he's hilarious, and he might be a one-trick pony as well. It's kind of like dry humor, but love it. Love Steve Carell.
Rick killed a man.
Made a detective. You might want to lay low.
Yeah, his even when he's not the main guy, like in Anchorman, his role is
Anchorman.
absolutely hilarious in that movie.
Yeah, he's just an idiot. It's great, and maybe he's not a one-trick pony because he's just a complete moron in that one. So,
Yeah, he can do a couple other things.
yeah, he can do it.
He's got Bruce Almighty. He's got Evan Almighty. He's got a nice arsenal of movies.
He does. He does. He's got a good archive. All right, Tommy, where you going next?
That's a good pick. You got the Bill Murray got me, rearranging my list. I don't know if I'd get him again, because I did kind of give it away when I talked about Caddyshack. I got to go with the old school Chevy Chase, man, because he is in one of the best movies of the entire winter season, the Christmas season.
It's my favorite. It's great.
National Lampoon. So I love it. It's one I got to see every year. He's hilarious, and he's been doing it for years, all the way up until he was starring in Community. I think after that, he should have probably retired. But you can't take away with what he's done, right?
Yeah, it's a great pick. I love him, but I think he's another one that not everyone loves Chevy Chase. I think he's actually known as being a prick, isn't he, in real life?
Yeah, he's known to be hard to work with. Yeah,
that's all right. I'm just trying to stand on my own ground today. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stand on my own ground. Pick my picks.
I love the dude.
There you go.
That's my favorite holiday movie by far. So good.
It is and that's actually what I want as him.
You got to have
getting
Clark.
Electrocuted.
Yeah. That's the only picture I would allow you to choose.
Steve Carell's The Office for me, by the way. Do something.
I've had that.
Yep.
All
right, Andy.
I'm gonna go with another person who's notoriously just a douchebag off the camera. But if you can't tell, I just like stupid humor. I'm gonna go Mike Myers. I want Austin Powers to be my pick. Those movies are just they're basically, if it's not an Adam Sandler movie, me and my buddies are quoting it's an Austin Powers movie. And then I don't know. I hate him, but he's hilarious. So
he's got a big three.
He does.
He's got Austin Wayne's Powers, World. He's got Wayne's World, and he's got Shrek.
Yeah,
that's a big three right there.
Shrek's great. Shrek is great. Wayne's World, I don't know. It doesn't get me as much, but Shrek is amazing.
See, I love Wayne's World, but it might be because I'm a little older than you. That was my introduction into Mike Myers. But yeah. All right.
Great pick.
Michael, you got 2 picks, man.
All right, 2 picks. My first guy, I'm actually very surprised he dropped back to me. As soon as Bill Murray went, I could have sworn Tom was going with another guy around that same era, but I'm going John Candy.
Yeah.
He died too young, obviously, would have a lot more movies to talk about, but that guy in the 80s and 90s was in everything. Whether he was the star, co-star, or just a cameo, he didn't care. He just wanted to be in as much as he could. And he was hilarious in everything that he played. He was Chris Farley before Chris Farley, basically. I'm gonna go Uncle Buck as my pitcher for John Candy, because that was the movie I used to love when I was younger. Uncle Buck and The Great Outdoors and Cool Runnings, obviously, all great movies. But I think Uncle Buck is when I picture John Candy, that's what I picture.
What was the character he played in Spaceballs? I was gonna say that could be a good one for the picture as well. Barf.
Yeah, Barf.
Is that his name? Barf?
Yeah.
Furry.
Great movie.
It's such a good movie.
Yeah.
Okay,
all
Mike,
right.
Where are you going next?
My 4th round, I'm gonna go off of this is not my list. This is more I'm going for votes right here. But I think anybody looking at a list of people, they're not gonna vote against Jack Black. So I'm gonna take him right here in the 4th round. He's such a likable dude. People love him. I don't really like his. I mean, I like his movies, but not in love with them. But he's got Nacho Libre, Jumanji, Kung Fu Panda. But I'm gonna put up there School of Rock.
I was gonna say that's his best movie. Yeah, School of Rock is great.
Yeah, that's my favorite movie that he has. Obviously, Tenacious D. He has those the songs that are hilarious too. So all around, just good dude, and I think people will vote for him.
Good pick. He's one of those dudes that I would invite to a poker party just to have him for entertainment.
Yeah,
super entertaining dude. Yeah, he seems like he's always on.
Right?
Like he's just always on somehow. All right, Andy.
All right. What are we in round? Is this 4?
This is 4.
4. Yeah.
I'm taking Will Smith, round 4.
Oh,
he sniped him. He just sniped him.
I mean, Bad Boys. He plays serious roles, but he's still funny, right? He's always got quick lines, funny lines, and then he's got top it all off, and what I want in my cover is the Fresh Prince. And he's just absolutely hysterical. And he's not. I mean, you guys talk about Jack Black as a likable dude. Will Smith pre Jada Pinkett and his kids really ruined him. Was
Yeah.
the most charismatic, likable dude, churning out blockbuster after blockbuster.
What a turn that
Men in
took though,
Black
with him.
Oh, yeah.
Dramatic.
Oof.
But yeah, Will Smith, another comedy icon of my childhood.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's a great Tom. I mean, me and Doug talked pre-show, and we were trying to guess everybody's pick, and I said I wouldn't be surprised if Will Smith came off the board second overall. So I'm very surprised he lasted this
remember-
long.
You remember how I told you my shift got rearranged, and that was one I was like, I'll be able to catch him because we're not going down that road anymore. We're going, and
Oh, wow.
it came back to bite me. I was expecting him to
You
draft a
dummy.
quarterback, and he drafted the tight.
I was just
end.
gonna say, I
Oh,
love
man.
how he shifted like that. Like it's a real draft. He thought it was a tight end run.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and it wasn't.
Watch out for the run on kickers now because, geez, Louise, man, that was. All right, Andy, I see you. Thank you. I appreciate great pick, obviously. Great pick. And you said Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, right?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that to me, that is that and Independence Day. Welcome to Earth and punching an
Love
alien in the
Independence
face.
Day.
That's what I think of with Will Smith. Now, great, he's come out with some awesome stuff, otherwise, but that's what comes up to me. So,
I Am Legend.
Obviously,
Not funny,
Yeah.
but good movie.
oh,
Not
yeah.
funny at all.
Not
But
funny.
still, that range, bro, range,
Got
right?
range.
All
All
right,
right, Tom.
I'm gonna go my third round.
Fourth.
I was worried. Yes, thank you. My fourth round. I was worried because you mentioned his name, Mike, when you talked about John Candy.
Oh,
He
okay.
is the Chris Farley. Yes, I am gonna go with Chris Farley because Tommy Boy and Black Sheep. I mean,
That's all you gotta
needs
do.
I say more. Right?
SNL.
Van Down by the
Yes,
River.
yeah, great, but
Down by the river.
so much. But I want it to be Tommy Boy.
Got to be Tommy Boy.
Yeah, of course.
Has to be
Yeah, it has to be
Tommy
Tommy
Boy.
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has to
Right.
be.
I don't know.
When I'm
I
making my-
actually think I would do Van Down by the River. I think I would do that picture. I love that. I mean,
Oh,
it's
gotta be
probably the
Tommy Boy.
best
That's the
skit of
only
all
option.
time on SNL, though. I mean, that's
it's one of.
Yeah.
It's one of. Anytime I hear somebody say the word van,
you
sometimes in
think-
my eyes, down by the river.
Yeah. Yeah, it left a mark for sure. All right, good pick. Good pick. All right, I got two here, huh? I thought Farley was gonna slip to me here, actually. So
I thought it was
I'm
coming
gonna
back to me. Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna go with my guy here. I don't think you guys are fans of him, but I don't know about Tommy so much, so I'm gonna make sure I grab him. I'm going Jerry Seinfeld. Are you guys Seinfeld? Are you a
yeah.
Seinfeld guy, Tommy?
Get out of
Okay.
here! No,
Oh,
no
you're
way.
not.
No way.
Wow. So I could
Yeah,
have
you're
just
good.
I could have just sat on him and waited and waited.
Yeah, I don't even think he's on. Don't even think he's on my list.
He's not on
Wow.
mine
Yeah,
either.
Well, he's not.
He's
in
one of
yours,
those
though,
other
because-
ones that just treats people like garbage. So I never really even like, and I never even really liked Seinfeld. So I'm sorry, man.
Is he known for that?
Doug,
Is
you
he
got
known-
you have to remember too, like the longer you wait on these guys, the harder the matchup's going to be. Like you want to pick them kind of early, right?
Well, that's
So
what
they
I
get
was
easier
just
matchups
thinking.
going into the brackets.
Exactly. So I was thinking that a little bit about this. I think you guys are in the minority of being a
Oh, yeah,
Seinfeld
for
hater.
sure.
I mean, it was the most popular sitcom of all time. So,
Yeah, but the people who watched it don't have Instagram, so nobody's gonna be voting on that.
hey. All right, our
If it
generation
was on
watched it.
Facebook, you might have a shot, but that's just on Instagram.
That's true. Get this shit on Facebook for me, will you?
I'll put it up on MySpace.
I mean, outside of Seinfeld, he doesn't have too much, but just having Seinfeld is pretty massive. He's got the B movie. You guys check out the B movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
great,
yeah.
hilarious movie. Yeah.
Yep. So, all right, that's where I'm going. And then, man, now you guys got me switching a little bit now because I was gonna go another old guy, and now I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't. Screw it, I'm going old guy because just seeing his face, I don't know how you vote against him. I'm going Leslie Nielsen here. Going with Leslie Nielsen.
That's why I thought you were
Naked
going at
Gun.
first.
I want Naked Gun on there. Just the stupid humor that he had until the day he died. Because I think there's something and I don't know what it says on his gravesite, but it's something funny on his gravesite even. Yeah, Mike, if you could look that up even.
I do remember seeing that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll look it up. All right.
All right. But yeah,
Airplane.
airplane.
Hilarious.
Yeah, just all right. I love that kind of humor. So going Leslie Nielsen there at the turn. Give me him and
Let her rip.
let her rip. That's what's on his gravesite.
Yep.
Love that. I love that. The man had
That's
humor
good.
until the day he died. So yeah, Leslie
Even
Nielsen.
afterlife.
Even afterlife. All right, Tom. Round 5, second pick. Where you going?
So be honest, I never really watched those, movies from his, but on TikTok they have like little clips of his best one-liners, and I
Oh,
do
yeah.
find myself laughing at those because
Yeah.
it's good, dry, good humor.
what
So
it is.
I
Yeah.
am getting older and
It's dad humor.
understanding it a little bit more, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
Speaking of dad humor, I'm gonna give this shout out for my dad on this one because it's one I think about when I think about him. He's the one who really introduced me to this character. He's another old school guy. I want to make sure all these old classic ones, but he has started to revitalize a little bit with this Only Murders in the Building.
Okay.
But I'm going with
Gotcha.
Steve Martin, and for the one
Oh.
I want, I would really like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. If we could put him on that would be great. Steve Martin is one of my dad's favorite comedians of all time, so I want to make sure I get him and shout out on this episode because I think of Steve Martin, I think of my dad, and
Another
I think
lovable
he's-
one too. He's a hard one to
Yes,
vote
great.
against if you see his picture up there. It's good. It's a good pick.
Yeah, that is a good pick.
Are we showing our age a little bit though? There's a lot of old comedians on here right now. You guys get me? Did I freeze?
Was that?
Just continue on, Andy. Just continue on. Pick 5. Go ahead, bud.
Oh shit! All right.
I had some profound
good?
stuff to say there.
Yeah,
know?
it was
Yeah,
earth shattering. It was
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
All right.
Today.
Go ahead,
All
Andy.
right. I am going to take.
Mike's got some editing to do.
It does. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take Danny DeVito.
Oh, wow.
Fuck.
Yeah. Mike, if you weren't picking behind me, I might have waited and got him next round, but I think you're the only other person that would have taken him.
Oh.
I think for the cover, I think I want twins. I think that's what I want as my cover.
You want twins? Okay.
I think I want
So
twins.
you want Arnold in there with him?
Always Sunny.
You
I
can't
want
get
Always
Arnold
Sunny
too.
was kind of, but I think it's twins. When I think of Danny DeVito, I think that's the role that comes to my mind first.
I think his most popular role is Always Sunny, obviously. But yeah, Twins was a
Yeah.
great movie. He was good in Get Shorty and Be Cool. Those movies are underrated, and he had a good role in those too. Throw Mama from the Train. He's Danny DeVito is a classic. That's a great pick.
Good one. All right, Mike. 2 picks.
My 2 picks. All right. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take the first female here, boys. I'm gonna break this man code we have going here. And I'm gonna go Melissa McCarthy here.
Yeah.
I should have said the other name. You know what? Can I change that real quick?
No.
No. I
I
don't,
don't know.
I'm gonna
Feels like
say
you're
no.
pretty locked in.
I'm going to say no.
No. All right.
Mm-mm.
Doug, you'll get Betty White then. I'm gonna throw it out there so you don't get it.
Oh, wow.
Melissa McCarthy.
Imagine
Melissa
if Joe
McCarthy.
did that,
I know,
Mike
right?
would lose his shit.
Seriously, that was a dick
No, it'd be
move
the
right
other way
there.
around. Other way around. I really only know her from Bridesmaids mainly, right? So,
Yeah.
but she is hilarious in that movie. She has other ones. I know she just played Ursula in The Little Mermaid. The Heat apparently was funny. She does the Ghostbusters, but everyone gets shit reviews for that. So it's obviously Bridesmaids. But I'm mainly picking Melissa McCarthy because my wife told me that if I don't pick Melissa McCarthy, there's going to be 3 females in her family that will hate me forever. So I needed to make sure I got
All
her.
right. All right.
Okay.
Smart man.
No, I actually do think she's pretty hilarious. So it's not a bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
if there was a chick to put on the list,
Yeah.
it was probably she.
She had a
got some good
TV show
lines.
forever too. I don't remember what it was called, but she
Mike and Molly?
Mike and Molly might be it.
Yes.
Yep.
Is that it?
I think you're right.
Am I getting that confused with? I might be getting it confused, but that's okay.
No, that's correct. I think you got it.
I have another pick here. I could just go Betty White, couldn't I?
You could do it.
You know what? I'm going
Do it.
Betty White.
Do it.
Give me Betty White.
What a
and then-
guy.
yeah. I don't know anything that she's in, but if you vote against Betty White, you're un-American. So
God, he's going for the throat, isn't he? He's just
Right.
going for the win in the
Take that.
bracket. Yeah.
Whatever makes you happy. I watched one movie with Betty White in it maybe in my life. And she was like saying some vulgar shit, and that's why everybody thought it was funny. I don't really remember what movie
It was
that was.
it was
so.
that alligator movie, right?
Oh,
was-
Lake Placid. It was Lake,
Lake
Placid.
Placid.
Exactly
Lake
what it was.
Placid.
Yeah,
Yep.
oh wow.
good
Yeah.
call, dog.
Yeah.
I
That
don't remember
alligator
that.
movie.
Because she
Right.
was feeding them. She was feeding them like
Yeah, she was the one
cows
that-
or
yeah.
something. Yeah.
No, look at the memory on Doug.
You know.
You knew
Oh,
you knew
that's
more of
nice.
her roles than the guy that drafted her. So
I also
Gotta
knew
count
she was
for
in Golden Girls, and he didn't know that.
I knew
earlier
that.
today. No,
I
he
knew
didn't.
that.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
I think we
did.
should
No.
veto the pick just because he doesn't even know who the hell he just picked.
no one here has ever seen an episode of Golden Girls. So
No.
but it applies. It applies.
But
All right. What pick are we on here? Am I on 6?
we're in six
Six.
round. Yep.
I'm gonna take give me Vince Vaughn. He's got
Oh!
He's got
Good
two of my favorite
Oh, wow.
comedies of all
Got
time.
him.
Twice I got you twice.
Sniped
Tommy.
him.
Yeah. Jeez.
Dodgeball being one and Wedding Crashers being the other.
Mhm.
Those are iconic roles. Probably two of the most watched comedies in my life. I actually don't even know which one of those I'd rather you take. I think I'm gonna go Wedding Crashers is the better movie.
Yeah. Go
But
Wedding
I feel like
Crashers.
he's fun. I feel
Is
like
he
he's
funnier
funnier
looking?
in Dodgeball.
He might be
You
funnier
know?
looking for the picture.
You
too.
gotta go dodgeball. You gotta
I
go
don't even
dodgeball.
know. I sniped it from Tom, so I'll take Tom's pick here. I'll give it.
You
I'll give
gotta
it to
go
Dodgeball.
dodgeball because in Wedding Crasher, he's with that Owens kid, or who is it?
Owen
Yeah,
Wilson.
Owen Wilson.
Owen
Yeah,
Wilson,
Owen
thank
Wilson.
you. Right? Who is it? I mean, it's Ben Stiller, but Ben Stiller plays such minor role compared to Vince Vaughn in that movie. So you gotta go
That's fair.
dodgeball.
I don't like how old school's getting no respect right now.
I was just gonna
Old
say
school.
he was with one of the other
Old school's
Wilsons.
great.
Yeah.
Dorothy
Old school's
Mantles
great.
is a saint. Oh no,
Old
that was
school's great.
Anchorman. He's an Anchorman too. That
He
was
is.
Yeah, he is an
He is.
in the
Anchorman.
fight
Yeah.
scene. That's
Yep. I
I
right.
forgot he did a
I'm gonna take
cameo
your
in
mom
that.
out to dinner. That's right. Dorothy Mantles is a saint.
No, it's a great pick though. I think
Some good
again
roles.
he's a one trick pony as we've been saying, and I think honestly he might have ruined his career when he tried doing True Detective as a serious role, and it was so bad that he just didn't recover from that.
Yeah, that got
Yeah.
bad reviews.
I
I never
can't see
watched
him in-
it.
I haven't seen him in a movie in a long time. The Internship, right? Him and Owen Wilson tried to like.
It
come
was
back from
okay.
Wedding Crashers.
That was okay.
Was it?
I think he's got a show coming up on Apple TV. I saw.
Apple TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he? Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah. But I think he just
Personally,
plays
I
himself.
love that pick.
Yeah,
Right.
no,
Yeah.
I love it too.
Yeah.
But I think that's just him. I think that's Vince Vaughn just playing himself in movies,
Mhm.
and he kills it. So, all right, go ahead, Tommy.
I had him as my next pick because he's a Chicago guy. You know, he loves the Bears. He's Chicago
Oh.
through and through. So I feel bad for not getting it to him in time. I'm gonna take I've got just old school people on my list. You know, I have a hard time getting into a lot of newer stuff. I guess maybe because I just dated myself and made me sound the oldest I've ever in my life. But
I think we're
I'm
grumpy
gonna
old men
go-
looking at this list right
yeah,
now.
right. I'm gonna go another old school guy. I'm going Billy Crystal. I love Billy
Okay.
Crystal.
Oh yeah,
And give me City Slickers. I mean, I know he crushes it as Mike Wazowski. You know, everybody knows him from that. But Billy Crystal in City Slickers is classic old school hilariousness to me. So it's a late pick. I don't know if it's going to get a whole lot of views, but I'm just sticking true to myself on this list this time,
Good.
not going
Good for you.
votes. So.
That's what I do every time.
Yeah, it's exactly how
pick. I
Mike
just
plays the game.
yeah.
stick to my list. I don't let winning influence me at all.
Billy Crystal's
Unbelievable.
cameo in Princess Bride, classic. He's
Mhm.
yeah.
I didn't
He's
even know
got
he had
some
a
roles.
cameo on that.
All
You
right, he's
you
the,
reference
the-
you
His
reference
voice,
Princess
too, man.
Bride a lot though, by the way.
Yeah, way too much, man.
He's
fantastic movie.
It's got to be in your top 3. Yeah, I've heard you reference it a lot. Andre the Giant,
great
I think you
cameo.
talked about that. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Let's see. I got 2 picks here. I'm gonna go with another guy. I don't know how well liked he is. I think some people like his dad more, but he's in a ton of funny movies. I'm going Ben Stiller here. Give me Ben
Okay.
Stiller. Give me There's Something About Mary as the picture. I'd like it with the goo in his ear.
Goo. Going goo, huh?
We're going
You went
goo.
goo.
We're
I
going
didn't know
PG.
this was a.
Going PG with it.
Goo is the word. All right.
Yeah. So I don't want to get myself in trouble. So yeah, let's. But he was in so many good movies. He doesn't
he's
get the
got a
credit.
long list.
He's got such a long list. He doesn't get the
Yeah.
credit. He's actually
think
really
that's a
good in
steal of a
Tropic
pick.
Thunder. Tropic Thunder, he's
He-
hilarious.
That's
But like,
yeah.
is he ever even like top 2 funniest people in any of the movies he's in? Like he's
That
there
might be
and he's
part of
in
it.
a bunch of good ones, but he's just not ever like the funny
Dodgeball.
guy.
Dodgeball, he was.
Yeah, he was
pretty good
probably
in
number
Dodgeball, I'll
2,
give you that.
if
He's
not the
pretty
funniest.
good
He's
in
pretty
Dodgeball.
good in heavyweights too, by the way.
Heavyweights
Oh,
is
yeah.
good.
I think he's underrated.
Happy
His
Gilmore,
brief
the
his
cameo.
brief instance in Happy Gilmore is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Did you guys ever see? I know Mike didn't. Heartbreak Kid. That's actually a really good movie.
Yeah, I've seen the Heartbreak Kid.
Yeah,
Solid.
he's underrated. People sleep on.
No, I
Ben
think that's a
Stiller.
steal.
All right. Shit. I had my next one lined up. Now where am I going?
I don't know. I got a
Uh,
lot of names at the top of my list, though. That's crazy how we all
Me
have
too.
different opinions here.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with this guy. He's a super funny dude. He might be more known for his stand-up though. We're going Chris Rock here. Definitely more
Oh,
known for his
man.
stand-up, but he was in Grown Ups, SNL. He had a stint on SNL, and I'm gonna take a page out of Mike's book, and people are gonna see Chris Rock. Oh, this is comedy. I'm gonna vote for Chris Rock. So
True.
we'll go Chris Rock here at the turn.
He annoys me.
Really?
Chris Rock annoys me.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. I don't find him funny. No, I find him funny sometimes. I don't want to say that, but his stand-up annoys me. He annoys me.
Okay.
Man, I think it's a solid pick.
Yeah,
Solid
I
pick.
love Chris
Chris
Rock.
Rock is
It's
great.
gonna get votes.
He even has that show Everybody Hates Chris where he's narrating his life and it's hilarious.
I think Andy wrote it. I think Andy wrote the show. Because he obviously dislikes him.
This is that's a good one. So I think Andy's just throwing a little bit of hate on an unnecessarily good pick. So
I appreciate
think that will
Tommy. Yeah,
do
yeah.
some damage. Do some damage. I mean, respect your opinion. Andrew's just wrong in this matter. That's all good. That's all good.
It's getting dark here, by the way, guys.
You mind if I go now, right?
I don't know if you can
Go
tell.
right ahead.
Can you guys
All
tell how
right.
dark it's
good,
getting?
Doug.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is nice.
Nice view.
It's great. Dog, you look great. It's
Yeah,
still the
thank you.
clearest
Yeah,
you've
like-
ever been.
It probably
Yeah,
is.
it looks good.
Yep.
I'm gonna go another dude from our childhood. This guy was more known for his TV, but has still got some great classic movies. He did make some hit. He struck oil in the '90s and stayed with it. Mr. Buzz Lightyear himself, Mr. Tim Allen.
It's a great
Give
pick.
me them in that, but give me Home Improvement.
Yeah, you
as
got it.
the
Toolman.
the photo, please. Yeah, Tim the Toolman Taylor. I just growing up, I loved it, and even as an adult, I catch the reruns on every now and then. Find myself laughing still. So very
He did
much
a
think
stint,
Tim
right?
Allen deserves.
He did like a
What?
legitimate. He
Yeah.
did like a legitimate
Yeah, oh
stint
yeah,
in jail, didn't
Mhm. Yeah, for
Yeah, he
cocaine.
did.
he did.
Yeah, drugs. Yeah.
So
Nor-
I gotta go
Nor-
Tim Allen.
He was on Norm Macdonald's show, his like talk show he was doing, and I think Norm brought it up like awkwardly, like Norm always does.
he? Naturally.
Of
It was
course,
pretty
yeah.
funny. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Naturally.
Yeah, give that a watch.
2 years and 4 months he did in jail when he was 23 years old. Drug
Wow.
I
trafficking.
thought it was more than that.
Good charge
Not that that's a lot. That's enough, but I thought it was more for some reason.
I figured it would have been less. That's a long time, over 2 years. Damn. And then he had a huge career not too long after. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rebuilt
Props.
himself.
yeah, did.
Good for him.
Okay, Andy.
All right. I don't know. For the same thing I just busted your balls about with Ben Stiller, I'm gonna take Seth Rogen here. He's in just so many
yeah.
movies that I love,
But he's never the funny guy. I
but
agree.
he's never like the guy that like truly bring. I mean, he's fucking great and Knocked Up,
I was just gonna say that's the only one
which
that
is his
he
best
is
movie.
the standout.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He's the
He
standout
is
now.
he's great in that.
Yep.
But the rest of them, Caius and his characters are always kind of. I mean, his cop in Superbad's great, but like where he's the
But
main
Bill
character, he's
Hader's
really
funnier.
not.
Yeah.
Bill Hader
Right.
is better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. He's in too many good movies for me to leave him out. But he's in. I mean, Knocked Up's a top probably 4 or 5 comedy in my life. So
Great
he's
movie.
got to be on my list at this
Yeah.
point.
Super
Andy,
bad is also way up there.
Superbad's
know you're
probably
not
2
a-
or 4.
I know you're not a fan of it, Andy, but Pineapple Express is
No, it's solid. It's
one
solid.
of the funniest movies. When I watched that, because that came out around the same time as Step Brothers, and I watched them pretty much back to back. And there was a point in my life where I couldn't figure out which one was funnier to me. I loved them both. Since then, Step Brothers has taken over. But Pineapple Express was absolutely hilarious.
So I think
and
Tropic
so is-
Thunder too came out around that same time, and those two, it was Tropic Thunder and Step Brothers.
Oh, did
to
it?
me. Yeah, those two were the two that were like love them both. But
Okay.
go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry. What
What's
else were you
that new
saying?
movie he has with Zac Efron too? Neighbors. That was
Neighbors
a
is
good movie. If
good.
you haven't seen
Yeah.
Neighbors, that
Haven't
was a
seen that
I don't know
funny
if you
movie.
can say new there, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know how new it is.
I don't think you can use
New-
that term. It's like 8
New
years
for what
old
we're
or something.
Ugh.
New for the rest of our picks that we've done.
Right.
That's fair.
I'm
All
up.
right, Mikey.
Okay,
Back to
Mike, you
back.
got 2.
All right.
Is
I'm
this your
going.
7 and 8? Is this?
This
are we
is
going
7
to
and
the
8.
last round
Yeah,
after
we're in the last round.
Yeah. I'm going another guy that it's really one role that he's known for. He's in a lot of other funny stuff. But Zach Galifianakis and The Hangover is one of the funniest characters of all time. He's done stuff since then, like Masterminds and The Campaigns. They didn't really hit as much as The Hangover is. But my favorite thing besides The Hangover, I don't know if you guys ever watched Between Two Ferns,
Yes.
where
Hilarious.
Yeah.
he fake interviews these people.
Yeah.
When I start watching those on YouTube, I just go on rabbit holes of like hours of just me watching Between Two Ferns. So to me, and obviously that's fake interview, so that's acting. I'm putting that in his plethora of
All right.
comedy.
Yeah. We'll give you that one.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, because it's some pretty bad shit that he's saying to these people that they're allowing him to say to their face, and that is.
Oh yeah,
That's good.
when he did it to Hillary Clinton, and he's
Yeah.
like talking about emails in the midst of the campaign for presidency and stuff. Like he had
I'm surprised she
no-
allowed that.
no holds
I actually
barred.
give
He's
her a
going
little bit of
full out.
credit for that.
Exactly. Yeah. Seriously.
Okay. All right. Next pick. Your last pick.
All right.
Start off the 8th round for us.
My 8th pick. I knew I was kind of scared Andy had him on his list, but once he picked Danny DeVito, I knew I was safe and Joe Pesci was not on
Oh,
his
he's there.
list. Give me Joe
He's there.
Pesci.
All
Is
right.
he on it? Okay, all right. He's so high up on my list. Obviously, I'm going Home Alone as my pitcher, but My Cousin
Incredible.
Vinny is, to me, one of the funniest movies
Yeah, it's a great
of
movie.
all time. He plays that perfect character for Joe Pesci. And even when he's not trying to be funny, or even in the movies that aren't funny, he's just hilarious. In Goodfellas, he is
Yeah.
hilarious. In Raging Bull, he is hilarious. All these serious movies, he is the comedy of those movies. So Joe Pesci, I think, as an 8 seed, he's going to cause some problems.
No, it's a great pick.
Solid pick.
All
All
right.
right. Andy.
I mean, the next one, I don't know. I'm gonna take it just to shout out to my pops because, man, Rodney Dangerfield hasn't been picked, and I just feel like as a
Yeah.
we have to pick Rodney Dangerfield. He's hilarious in Caddyshack. Was it Back to School when he does the Triple Indy or whatever that
Yep.
movie? Like, I can't really say I've seen too many other movies that he's in.
Yeah.
I do enjoy him in both of those. Oh, my screen just went crazy.
It's following you around.
Easy
so-
Money. You've seen Easy Money, right?
I don't know if I have.
I haven't
don't think
seen
so.
that. Yeah.
Maybe.
Ladybugs.
That sounds more
Ladybugs,
familiar.
yes.
It's the 80s.
Yeah, we'll go.
That might even be
We'll go
70s.
Caddyshack for the picture, but yeah, just he deserves to be on this list. We got to get him in there. So
He didn't
Good
even
Rodney
become famous or a comedian until he was like 40 years old, too, I think, right?
Yeah, I
he
think
got
that's
into
true.
it late.
He was yeah, he was late into the game.
Yeah,
Now
so he
you
made
want
it.
Caddyshack on that, Andy?
All right, Tommy, your last pick.
Tell you what, Andy, you didn't snipe that one. That's for sure. That's for sure. Um, so it's hard because I've got so many left, but we have the other draft picks that we're gonna go. So I want to make sure that they get in before. So I think I've got to go with Will Smith's number 2 man from Bad Boys, Mr. Martin Lawrence himself. He's actually hilarious. Watching Martin growing up as a kid, that show was hilarious. He's this last movie. I don't know if you've seen the latest Bad Boys movie. He is definitely the lead comedian in this one, so I recommend
okay.
going to watch it.
Yeah, it's good. Is it
I got to
good?
give Martin
was good?
Lawrence. It's so. I mean, if you follow the Bad Boys 1 and 2, obviously great.
Yeah.
That last third one was pure hot garbage, right? It was a money grab. And then this last one is really good. Like it
Okay.
closes a lot of stuff. If you watch the first 2 and 3, it's a good finale for the series. So I enjoy Bad Boys, and Martin Lawrence is hilarious to me.
You want Martin or Bad Boys as your pitcher? Bad Boys?
Blue Streak.
Yeah, Bad Boys, please.
Okay.
Who
He is incredible.
That's a
Blue
good
Streak.
one. It
What
is
movie?
a good one. Blue,
Blue
Streak.
Streak.
Oh, that is
he
a good movie.
that-
Who's he
he's
with in
very
that?
funny.
I
Nah,
forget.
too-
I haven't seen that
Too
movie in a
long ago.
long time. Is it Steve Zahn? Is that who it is?
I don't know.
Was
I
that
almost wanna look.
That doesn't sound
Uh,
familiar.
was that Luke Wilson? Was he with him?
That
Oh yeah,
sounds
Luke
right.
Wilson. It is
That
Luke
sounds.
Wilson.
That sounds
Yep.
like Wilson.
That's when he's the diamond thief, right?
Pulled
the,
that
yeah,
one
trying to get
out.
like the
Yeah.
blue
Goes to
diamond or
jail and
something.
goes back, and
Yeah.
it
He's
turns out
very-
to be a police precinct.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's a very fun movie.
All
That's a good
right.
one.
Doug, take us home.
I'm gonna take you home here. It's funny here because it's Seinfeld again in a way,
This guy.
but yeah, I know. And I actually am not that big a fan of this show because I haven't watched a lot of it, but people love this show. I'm going Larry David with Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh wow.
I was
You-
surprised he
I
slipped-
thought I'd get him in like the 12th round.
Oh, really? Okay. All right.
Yeah, really.
And he's actually more relevant now than a lot of these old farts that we have on this list, actually. And he might be one of the older ones. But
Seriously.
just because of Curb, he's so relevant right now. He's all over the place doing interviews. I think I just ended not too long ago. Yeah, no, all right. You don't love it, but I'll take it. I'll take Larry David here.
No, I love it. I
Um,
didn't think anybody was going to think of him. That's why I was holding off. I love Larry.
I
David.
almost-
think
I
that's a
almost
great
did.
pick in the 8th round.
I was scanning up and down my list just now. I was like, you
Yeah.
know what? I'm gonna go here. That's how
I
I'm
have so
gonna
many
end it.
names left on my list that I'm concerned. That's
Yeah,
a
Oh,
lot.
really?
I know.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna
This
have
is
a
gonna be
good
a fun
text draft after
64.
this. Yeah.
Yep.
Be good. All right, boys. That's it. That's it for tonight. Everyone happy with it? Mike's not doing
Sir.
his
Love mine.
point system anymore, which is great. We don't have to hear about
Thank
that
God.
anymore. Yeah.
Right now, it might come back.
You might make
I
a
just don't have
comeback.
time to do it right now. I just
Yeah.
don't have time for it right now.
Yeah. All right, boys. So from Mike, Andy, Tommy, I'm Doug. We'll see you next time. Later.
Peace.
Sure.